Hi again, everybody. It's me, Jesse. Do you want to talk about our addictions? Because I have one bad. These are the 1/2 inch and the 3/4 inch Harbor Freight Earthquake 20 volt impact guns. I got both of them. So I was in town driving down 210 in Brainerd, Minnesota, headed into Baxter, and I was going by Westgate Mall, and Harbor Freight is in Westgate Mall, and it sucked me right in. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm addicted. I have an addiction, and there's no cure. There is absolutely no cure. The only cure that there is death. That's it. There's nothing I can do about it. Much like a crackhead, you know, they usually, I think most of them they're so hopelessly addicted, especially with the fentanyl use, that they're zombified, which to me is like The Walking Dead. It's no kind of life. This addiction, on the other hand, is a great life. You may be broke all the time, but by gosh, you're happy broke because you have gold and silver. Yeah, buddy. So these are the Earthquake impact guns that Harbor Freight, I think. Now, nobody there knew exactly for sure, but it's pretty obvious they are discontinuing these battery-operated impact guns when you find out that they've really upped their game on the Hercules brand of impact gun, which is actually competing with Milwaukee and DeWalt up there in the #1 area. That Hercules brand is, you keep an eye on that. That's an up-and-coming brand. Harbor Freight is trying to get out of the cheap tool business, I think. They'll entice everybody to get addicted and suck you in, and then the prices will go up someday. And then you'll be hopelessly sucked in for life, and it won't matter what the cost is. You'll want one. You know, it's like guns. Glock fanboys are Glock fanboys, SIG fanboys are SIG fanboys. It doesn't matter if they come out with a laser gun from Star Trek or Star Wars. It doesn't matter if they come out with a lightsaber. Fanboys are going to be fanboys, right? So part of the process, I think, is admitting that you have an addiction. Once you've admitted you have an addiction, you can connect with like-minded thinking people and try to help control it. I don't think you can ever really get over it, but you can try to help control it. So I got sucked into Harbor. It's so true. I can't help myself. And I don't have any impact guns at all. Yeah, I got this kind of stuff here. I don't consider this, I mean, this is great for sockets, working on things around the house and things like that. I don't think I've ever used them to try and do anything substantial, let's just say. So I thought it was time for me to be able to change the lug nuts on my trailer and car and things like that. You know, as you get older, you don't want to, you know, breaker bars and lug nut wrenches and things like that. I've seen them. I was on a trip, was it last year? No, it was 2 years ago. And me and a friend of mine drove out to Washington State and then came back again, and he had a flat tire on his truck, and he pulled out a Milwaukee impact gun, much like this, only obviously a lot better, and just changed the tire using nothing but this. And I thought, I didn't even know such a thing like that existed, you know? So it's always been in my mind, I gotta get one. Now, I don't think this is gonna remove any lug nuts from my Kodiak truck. I'm pretty certain it won't, but I'm gonna try. But I just couldn't pass up the deal. these get great ratings. I mean, they get great reviews. I looked at the reviews on the Harbor Freight website from people that have purchased these, and some of those people can be brutal because I've read reviews on other things that they're brutally honest, let's just say. You can tell they're no Harbor Freight fanboys like myself because I would never give them a bad review, even if it was bad. That's totally addicted. You need a doctor for the kind of addiction that I have. But anyway, I got sucked into the Harbor Freight vortex, and I went in there, and I think that they are discontinuing these earthquake brands because they are really up in the game with their new line of tools. The Hercules line of tools, they made an ultra impact gun that supposedly has 2,000 pounds of breakout torque or whatever. I don't know. It's supposed to be really, really badass. So I'm going to get that someday too. Probably get that someday too. Anyway, these, I had to have them because they were cheap to start with. The ratings are good. I'm not a commercial anything. I'm a hobbyist. So these are occasional use for me, even though there are professional people I've seen that use these impact guns for their trades. So, here's the thing. I picked up this one. I'm not a big fan of this. Is half inch. I'm not a big fan of this extended nose on this. I think that probably takes away from the usefulness of the tool. I mean, you could probably get into some spaces that you can't with a snub nose like this one, but I don't know. I only got it was like $90 with the battery and a charger. I mean, how could you not buy that for $90 with a charger and a battery? It's the law. If this is $90 at Harbor Freight and you're in there and you have $90, I think you can get arrested if you don't buy it. So you got to keep that in mind, you know? Well, this one, on the other hand, is 3/4 inch impact. It gets great reviews. It just does. And I'm sure it's the bottom end of what it would actually do. And if you compare these with the big boys, like DeWalt, Milwaukee, Makita, those kind of people, if you compare, I would say this is, I'm just guessing off the top of my head, it's probably doesn't even compete with them. But then I don't need to compete with them because I'm just going to use it for boat trailer tires and hauling trailer tires and things like that. You know, things that I didn't have a cordless impact to change the tires on. So I think this is going to foot the bill for that quite nicely. In fact, I'm 100% certain of it, and I haven't even used them yet. I picked up a couple of extra batteries. These are $59, $60 each. They're 4 amp hour batteries, 20 volt. They get mixed reviews, but a battery like this for a DeWalt or a Milwaukee would be $100 or more, right? Probably more. I'm certain of it for DeWalt because that's what I buy. But this whole, so you get $239, about between $90 to $100 for this one. You're looking at what, a little over $300 for both impact guns. You just cannot walk away from that. Let me tell you, I can't. Addicted people can't. You have to feed your addiction or bad things happen, right? You go through a very hard withdrawal. I'm not mocking addicts. I'm not mocking addicted people. It's a serious problem in the country, especially with the fentanyl use. It's bad out there. But I don't drink, and I've never done drugs. But I kind of sort of get it. I kind of do. With tools. It's very similar. It's just that the health issues aren't there. You may not have any money. You may not be able to pay your power bill or your mortgage or your car payment, but you'll have Harbor Freight tools, right? So, knowing this probably won't change the lug nuts for my camper, my Kodiak flatbed truck camper, I'll probably have to pick up that Hercules too. Oh, look at that. Okay, so also feeding my addiction, I picked up some Warrior brand Harbor Freight Sawzall blades. You know, they're on the Inside Track Club membership deals. And I put them in these little boxes along with some accessories for my drivers and drills. And I'm going to keep them all in this bag with the Milwaukee tools I talked about in the last video. And I picked up a couple of extra batteries for these as well. So I'm good to go. I don't know how long until I go through withdrawals again, probably another day or two. But for right now, my addiction is pretty satisfied. I'll go entertain myself a little bit by watching my Charlie Brown and Snoopy companions. See you guys later. Every morning, every day, it's non-stop, just non-stop. I used to worry about the dog getting hurt. Now I'm worried about the cat getting hurt. This cat it's kind of a bully cat. He's not going to take it. See, he's not running. Just every morning. That cat has no fear, nor does that dog. Oh, I would hate to get one of them claws stuck in my nose or eye. I can't even finish my coffee. Snoopy. Snoopy. what you see out there. What do you see? What do you see? See something? Hmm?